up, y'all? Welcome to another video. Welcome to my channel where I teach how to profit off the psychology of markets. All right, so in this video, I'm gonna dive into a little crypto. I'm gonna talk about the latest opportunities in crypto and specifically yield farming, right? Especially in this market, just all across the board. Right now it's very volatile. In 2022, April 2022, as of April 2022, the market is very volatile. Gotta watch where I'm going. The market is very volatile, as you know, as you experience. Trying to trade in a direction is very difficult. Trying to trade this chop is very difficult. You get chopped up. So how can you make money in this market? Right? There's a few ways to make money consistently, but it's a little boring. But I'm going to touch on yield farming on this one for this video. So what is yield farming? Basically, all you're doing is just like the stock market. You buy stock and you wait for yield. You wait for dividends, right? That's all it is. That's basically what it is, dividends, right? Dividends earned on your crypto. Now, you can go ahead and there's different ways to do it, right? The safest and easiest way is to buy crypto on an exchange, like a central exchange like Coinbase or Voyager, right? Those platforms, Gemini, right? Like these platforms, centralized platforms, brokers, it's an easy way. You just deposit some money, get 3 to 5% on your crypto, right? On Voyager, I think Voyager is probably the best for this, just for this, not for trading. But you can earn up to 10.5% on your USDC stablecoin. And it's great because there's no price volatility. So you don't have to worry about the price going up and down because USDC stays at $1, right? So all you worry about is collecting that yield, right? Especially if you have a ton of money in stable coins or in crypto in general, you're just looking to park it for some yield. That's a solid option, right? And I did that for a while last year. It was good to just park some money and earn. They pay out every month, which is great too. So you collect every month. It's 10.5% yearly, but pays out monthly. So it's cool. So you don't have to wait a year to get your money. So that's one way to get into yield farming, and I would suggest that way for a lot of new people in the space, just to get your feet wet and understand how it works, right? So basically how it all works is how do they earn this yield? Well, first of all, crypto is not really regulated, right? So there's risk in that, but there's a demand for money, right? There's a demand to borrow money. There always is, right? And people are willing to pay a premium for it, right? They're willing to pay a high interest rate. So these brokers like Coinbase and Voyager, they provide this service and they lend out your crypto, right? They get a bigger percentage, right? They're charging a bigger percentage. I don't know what it is, right? I don't think they disclose that, but they do kind of like a profit sharing model, right? Especially Voyager. That's how they get around the whole SEC guidelines, right, and rules, right? So they don't call it as a dividend. It's more of like a profit sharing. So they lend out your crypto, they earn interest on it, they give you a piece, right? Probably a big chunk of the piece, right? And then they keep the difference. They're making money, and they don't even have to put up any money, right? It's genius, right? So that's one way to do it, right? There's now, as you learn and understand how yield farming works, and you're For the people that are more into crypto, right? And you're searching for bigger yield, right? There's better opportunities out there, way better opportunities, and you could do it in a safe way. The way to first of all, you got to think of risk, right? What's the risk? Risk is in this venture is you got platform risk, right? Because it's all decentralized, right? And it's not regulated, so you got to put your trust in the platform. So there are very trustworthy platforms out there, but there are quite a few that are shady, right? So you want to mitigate risk by investing in different platforms, right? So that's one way to mitigate risk, right? I mean, I'm not saying you're going to eliminate the risk, you're just mitigating risk. So if one platform goes down or it gets rugged or something, right? And it gets hacked or whatever, this shit happens, right? So you're not devastated when that happens, right? So you're okay with it, right? So second way to do it, multiple wallets, multiple MetaMask wallets to spread out your funds, right? So multiple platforms, multiple wallets. That's one way, or those are two ways, right? And you have to use these in combination, right? Don't just pick one over the other. You have to do both. It's more time consuming and it takes a lot more effort, but it's worth it, right? Because when a platform goes down, or your wallet gets hacked, which it shouldn't happen to you, because let me just touch on the wallet situation. So with wallets, right, like say MetaMask, a lot of people don't know how to implement proper security. And with MetaMask, it's not necessary, but I highly suggest using a hardware wallet like a Ledger or a Trezor, right? I use Ledger. It's great. And basically what you do when you set up your MetaMask, you got to connect it to a hardware wallet, right? So all transactions must be verified on the hardware wallet. So the hardware wallet stays offline. It's offline, so no one can hack it. And any transactions that are done must be verified on that wallet, otherwise they won't go through. So the downside to that is convenience, right? You can't use MetaMask on your phone unless you get the Bluetooth one. There's a new one. I don't have the Bluetooth. I've been using just a Ledger S, and it's been working great. And plus, I don't like to do transactions on my phone, through MetaMask, especially like yield farming. So I like to do it on the desktop, right? So first and foremost, use a hardware wallet with MetaMask, and you're good. Take down your private keys. Do not share them. Store them off-site, like at a bank or in a safe, right? Or somewhere safe where it has, and in multiple off-site locations where it can't be destroyed or found or destroyed, right? And it's like secure, right? So that's the second thing, right? So it's as you can see, it's a big pain in the ass to set this up, but once you set it up, it's just that peace of mind, right? Once you get that peace of mind, right, that's key, right? So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have a shit ton of money on these wallets, and you're at risk, right, of like say a hack, right? Someone gets your private keys or something, right? So you gotta be careful. So you gotta understand there's also other risks, like just scams out there, right? People trying to scam people to give them your private keys, right? Like sometimes, like if I browse around a lot of Telegrams and Discords, right, to find my information and data for yield farming, and there's a lot of scams out there, right? They'll just message you privately, trying to get you to connect to a website, right, and give up your private keys. And once they get your private keys, they'll take your money. So you have to be diligent in your security. Okay. So once all that's settled and you have that all set up, yield farming, right? You can easily make, I'd say, 5% a month per month. Now that's way more than the 10.5% per year on Voyager, right? but it does require some work, right? It requires maintenance, management, harvesting the yield, reinvesting the yield, right? Tracking the platform. You got to track your positions. Once you know, 1 or 2 or 3 positions, you're not really concerned about tracking because it's easy to remember. But once you get up there and start like 10, 20, 30, 40 positions, right? It could be the same position in different wallets too, right? Like, it starts getting more complicated, and you need a spreadsheet, right? In my Discord, for those that have joined, I have a spreadsheet. You know, use it, right? It's definitely is. I need to send an updated copy to that for you guys. But anyways, yeah, you got to track it, right? You got to track how much you're harvesting, how much your position's worth, you know, what it was worth when you invested, right? How much you've invested, right? These things have to be tracked manually. There's no other way around it. Otherwise, you'll get lost, especially as you increase the number of positions. You'll forget. You won't know what's going on. You won't know anything. So it's very important to track, okay? So if you're not an organized person, then you might want to just stick to Voyager, just park it in there and call it a day, right? Get 10.5%. Link in the description, right? If you want to, you'll get free Bitcoin, like $25 to sign up with Voyager. I highly suggest it, you know, just to try it out, you know? But, so, it's very difficult to explain the entire yield farming venture in one video. So, and I started yield farming mid last year, and it's great, especially during the bear market. It's been phenomenal, right? Like, I mean, just consistent returns on your crypto that you hold, especially like if you're just sitting and holding Ethereum or some of the other major cryptos like Phantom. I love the Phantom blockchain for DeFi, right? But if you're holding these crypto in your wallet and it's not producing any yield for you, it's got to be very difficult to be sitting through this market, right? It's so choppy, and you're just waiting for the price to go up, right? And you're wondering what's going on. Should you sell, right? What should you do? Yield farming helps you hold your positions. It allows you to pretty much hodl your crypto while you earn money on it, while you wait. And then, like, as prices dip and get lower, you can dollar cost average and add more, right? Like on your favorite cryptos. But in the meantime, you're still earning yield on them, right? Which is great. And some of these, like, especially on Phantom, like, I'm loving the Phantom blockchain because some of my stakes are earning like 100%, over 100% APY, right, per year. And Phantom is a solid blockchain, you know, but I think it has the most opportunity for DeFi, right, and is very cheap to transact on. So I would highly suggest researching that blockchain. But honestly, if you're new, look in the description. I have a yield farming course, right? It's just a simple guide on how to use Uniswap, and then you get my take on alternative blockchains, how to use them, how to set up your MetaMask, and then like examples of, like, you know, how to yield farm, how to set up, how to research, right? How to forecast pricing on Uniswap, right? I love the Uniswap platform because you could leverage your stakes, right, without risking your capital, right? When you think of leverage, the first thing that comes to mind is like, oh shit, I'm risking my money. But the way they leverage on Uniswap is that the further you narrow a price range for where you collect yield, that's where it leverages. And if it gets outside of that price range, you just don't earn any yield, but you still own the crypto. You're never going to get like liquidated or anything. So it's a different type of leverage. But my guide explains all that, and it tells you exactly what it is. It's the concentrated liquidity multiplier. That's the Uniswap term for it. I love it because, like, my Ethereum stakes, like I narrowed the price range on those yield farms on Uniswap, and like I'm earning like 30%, right? 30-40% easy, right? Like some stakes I had really tight where you can earn like 100%, right, on Ethereum, right? But the price range is so narrow that it could easily pop out of that price range and you won't earn any yield. So it's all a give and take, right? So I mean, yeah, you could earn high percentage yield on it, but the trade-off is that you won't have a wide price range to collect yield on, right? So that's the trade-off. So with the yield farming course, you also get free access to my Discord. So I have a Discord on yield farming. I just feel like this space is so active and it changes so often that I think it's just necessary to have a real-time active community, right? Where I can just like post and find opportunities in yield farming. I post them up. I post all my positions, right? P&L, I post it all up on there. So if you're interested in just learning, I mean, I only charge $79 for the guide, but with that, you get free access to me. You could pick my brain, right? You could ask me questions. I'm there to help people answer any of your yield farming questions, right? So feel free to ask me anything in there. So the reason why I just charge for the guide is because I just feel like if you're gonna take the time to spend your money on the guide, I feel like you're at least semi-serious about it and just want to at least learn about it, right, and understand it, right? And if it's not for you, then it's not for you. It's not like a get-rich-quick scheme type deal. It's just like consistent, slow income, right? Dividends. You're collecting dividends, and that's pretty much it. So it's just not hold on, sorry. It's not something that's gonna like 10x or 100x, right? As people know with crypto, right? So just understand that, right? So man, the sun's getting bright, huh? Woo! Getting hot out here, but yeah, check it out. I'd suggest it. You learn a few things, and it's always good to open your mind and learn different ventures, right? So yeah. Links are in the description. Join up. If you have any questions on the yield farming, post them below. But I've been doing it since mid last year, and I have some like exotic pairs on Uniswap. I do more of my positions are in stable coins / like Ethereum, right? So it's like half and half. So it's a little more stable. Not a lot of impermanent loss, right, to your positions. Just collecting like consistent yield as you wait for this market to figure out when it's going to get into the next bull run, right? So I think it really helps people to hold their crypto in the meantime, and even buy more crypto. Like I haven't been more motivated to buy more crypto than I have when I started yield farming. So especially for the long-term hold, I think crypto's here to stay. It's a good time to just pick up solid projects. Just pick them up, hold them, and and just wait. And while you wait, just earn some yield on it, right? So hopefully it helps. I'll see you guys in the next video.